This company sent me a bunch. Yeah, this company sent me a bunch of beers to just try and do whenever, and then I post them on my page and stuff. But I decided to do a TikTok last night because one of my followers asked me to have my wife pick one. Oh, that was the worst thing I ever drank.
Oh, I saw that. Oh, man,
yeah, it was so bad. I thought I was gonna hurl.
I saw for Malibu, the beer. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was. I don't know why I made her so mad.
I just thought.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I mean, thank God it wasn't Sambuca. I hate Sambuca.
I'm not a big fan of coconut rum. My wife loves it. I am not a big fan. But dropping it into that grapefruit tasting beer, that was like the worst combo ever.
No.
That is probably the closest I've ever come to throwing up when drinking.
No.
Oh, it was so bad.
I imagine. Oh.
He said something in the chat over here. So we are streaming. Okay.
No.
He said in the game chat.
Mm.
So that's why it's taking a while for him to set up.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see now.
Yeah. Well, while we got time, let's review. So we cleared the room last time and we went to a short rest. But we gotta find a way to get all the gear out and watch out for ambush, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially since we don't know what happened to the wolves. And one of the goblins escaped.
Human or human, I think. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it was, if it was a human or a goblin.
Hello, can you guys hear me now?
I think it was a goblin.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I was having some kind of problem with my headset, so I've actually been in the voice chat for a second.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, Angel Kid, who's Angel Kid over here?
Yeah, it's like I said before, I'm using my daughter's when I'm on my main PC because it's just a pain in the butt going back and forth between. Plus, I don't even know my password for my.
I know how you felt when my little girl, when she just graduated college, and when she left, I was like, why does nothing work?
So real quick, guys, I'm going to show a quick preview of the map I had specially designed for this level 21 shot I'm getting ready to run. To maybe incentivize people. So it's huge, okay? You have to scroll around to see it or zoom way out. But it's a throne room. And I don't have any of the monsters or any of the stuff in it. But it's a phased battle map. So, one sec, I'm going to turn the dynamic lighting off. I'll make it daylight, is what I'll do. So, this map changes. If you look up here, And then it just keeps changing and getting cooler and cooler as time goes. I'm not going to show the whole thing, and I don't want to give it all away, but for anybody that ends up watching this stream, this is the map that will be for the level 21 shot.
That's killer.
Oh, that's really cool.
And what are you going to be streaming on?
YouTube and Twitch. And we're actually streaming on both of those right now as well.
Oh, the pressure's on already.
Yeah. Yep. So right now, I still don't have a mic, so I'm also live on. Hey, Brothers in Dungeons. I'm also live on TikTok right now. But I don't know if you guys ever seen someone when they go live on TikTok when they're streaming. It's boring as shit, because all you do is you see them talking into a headset and staring off somewhere, and you can't hear any of the other part of the conversation because they're wearing a headset.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if anybody will actually watch it or not. Yeah, right now I have 0 viewers on TikTok, so I'm not surprised. There's a way to add text to your live on TikTok, but I've never figured out how to do it.
Yeah, you guys are actually ahead of me on TikTok. I still don't know what I'm doing on it.
Yeah. It's taken me a while. I've been on it for a couple months now. Recently I figured out how to put movie clips onto it, and so now I've been stuck on that. I'm a little disappointed, man. My making a Bard video, nobody watched it. Like, it only got like 80 views.
Yeah, I watched it like earlier today.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, it wasn't as good as the Paladin one, but I thought it was good. But I hardly got...
Still better.
Oh, yeah, the Warlock one was good. I had a bunch of people arguing with me about Sephiroth, whether Sephiroth was a Warlock or not. And I'm like, no.
It's he's like one of those characters where he could technically be both.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm eating, and one of the things I want to start doing is having you guys do the recap for the previous session. So, is there anyone that would like to volunteer to describe what happened last time? Or am I going to have to make you guys roll for it?
It was Grim's idea. I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I just kind of went over what we did when we attacked the room and, you know, took everybody out, but we were trying to remember what was going on at the time. Mm-hmm. And I know we had cleared the room and we were taking a short rest, but we still have to figure out a way to get all the gear out. And then I said, and no doubt the DM has planned ambushes aplenty.
Well, that could be a thing that happens. You guys are in a hideout from a known criminal organization. Okay?
Yeah.
But you guys also just slaughtered a whole shitload of people. So
yeah, this is true.
Yeah, that was fun.
And I believe only 2 people escaped, right? There was one person from the room with the water, and then there was number 23, Yibik got away.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we took on the big bugbear. One guy ran when he saw us. And
yeah, I just assumed it was he went towards the other group.
Well, but you guys did not see him when
no.
you got to the other group. So,
So
you know, there's always a chance of there being other little squirrel holes to get out of this cave. Yibik escaped through a little opening that came up right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was hidden behind a rock. So there could be other little bolt holes in order to get in and out that you guys did not find.
In other words, they have home field advantage.
Exactly.
Yep.
And you have Gundam's friend, right? Silgar?
Yes, Sildar Hallwinter. He is a human man, big, burly, long, dark hair, long, dark beard. Azrael, you have met him before. He's a member of the Lord's Alliance, which is, it's from multiple kingdoms. It's kind of like an international police organization. It's Interpol, essentially. But they have backing from multiple governments, kingdoms, all kinds of stuff. And they just kind of go from place to place and do good, essentially. Their main worry, though, is economics, right? It's not so much about the law. It's about making sure that each area can prosper, okay? So, if there's people in the law, they're not necessarily breaking the law, but they're doing some shady-ass shit, the Lord's Alliance might still get themselves involved.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily policing, but it's close, right?
Corporation policing.
Yeah, exactly. But one of their main things is trade routes. Trade has to go, no matter what happens, right? So if there's a trade route and somebody's ambushing people along this trade route, that's a big no-no for the Lord's Alliance.
Okay.
But
So maybe
Solar,
he knows about Black Spider. Oh, sorry. Maybe he knows about Black Spider. Or
Yeah,
something.
he's been here for a while.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, when you guys ask him about the Black Spider, he's kind of still, I mean, beaten and dazed. You can tell he's probably starving. I think you guys have already, you gave him a health potion, right?
Yeah.
So he's doing okay, but he's still in pretty bad shape. So he kind of like shakes himself out of, like he's got like the 1,000-yard stare, right? He's been here for a couple of days at least, being tortured, right? So he kind of comes out of it, and he's like, the Black Spider, no. I heard him mentioned, and there was messengers and something about the Black Spider paying, now I can't remember, Korg, you know, in order to get Rockseeker, now I can't think of his name either. I spent all my time trying to set up the stream instead of rereading everything that I would normally do ahead of time.
It's Gundren.
Gundren.
Yeah, Gundren Rockseeker.
LLC.
So he was never here, right? So he, like I said, he knows that this person exists. Apparently, they knew about Gundren's map, but they did not actually show up here. They only sent messengers. So he also tells you that the map that Gundren Rockseeker has discovered leads to the Forge of Spells, Wave Echo Cave. Hundreds of years ago, they discovered a cave in this region near the old city of Phandalin, which is no more. The city you guys are traveling to now is just a little tiny frontier town. But Phandalin before was very prosperous. and mostly because of this wave echo cave that had within it the Forge of Spells. Human spellcasters allied themselves with dwarves and gnomes to channel and bind energy into a great forge because of where this place sits. It's a place of power, which allowed them to create magical items, scrolls, potions. But well over 100 years ago, there was an attack by orcs and allied evil mages to try to wrest control of the Forge of Spells away from them. And during this attack, there was spells flying all over the place, and the cave collapsed in on itself. And through time and craziness and war, and the location of the cave has been lost. So for the last 100 years,
found a map.
Yes, he found a map leading you there. So it would make a lot of sense why this black spider wants that map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we didn't find the map here, did we?
No.
Or the dwarf?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think
Nope.
so.
Yeah, Sildar chimes in and he says, Gundren, they took him almost right after we were ambushed. These, a bunch of different humanoids and red hoods, they came into the cave and they took Gundren. Korg was insanely mad. He was supposed to be paid very well. And these people showed up with nothing. And they bullied Korg, took Gundren and his map and all my gear, and he kind of looks down at himself in sighs, like, oh, God. They left me here with these animals, and he, like, kicks one of the goblin corpses that's nearby. My understanding is this last messenger that came was supposed to have the payment for Korg. And you guys do remember that there was a human that was talking to Korg when Glick climbed up the little natural chimney. And he was one of... Actually, he got away, didn't he?
Yeah,
he did got away.
He was the one. Yeah.
Yep. So I guess you guys don't know if he had the payment or not.
Yeah.
You can always make an assumption.
Yeah.
Like, he must have been the one that got away.
Mm-hmm. So, Sildar kind of looks around, and he goes up to one of the dwarves that you guys had killed, and he starts stripping him down, starts taking everything off of him. So he ends up putting on some leather armor that doesn't fit him very well, but it'll suit his needs.
Mm-hmm.
He grabs a scimitar, a belt pouch. You know, he was pretty much left in his skivvies. He was wearing breeches and a tunic, and that's it. And
that mean he doesn't need my Morning Star anymore?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he hands the Morning Star and thanks you. And he says, now if you were hired to go to Phandalin, right?
Correct.
So, yes, we need to go there. I'll be able to pay you to escort me, and I can re-gear and start trying to find out what the hell is going on. And who snitched us out to this black spider, and he, like, kicks the goblin that's nearby again. Yeah, he's very unhappy with the way things went. And,
How were you, Captain Sildar?
So, Gundren and I were traveling by horseback. We were on the road to Phandalin, and we just turned off the high road. Not even a half a day's march. And the way he describes it, it's the exact same place that you guys got ambushed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, we saw their horses, right? The two dead horses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. He said arrows just flew. Gundren was knocked unconscious almost immediately, and he's like, I tried, but there was too many of them. And he points, and he has like a big scar across his cheek that looks like it's festering, like an open wound. And he's got like pock marks all through his tunic, where you can tell there was arrows in him that somebody pulled out. And then he's got some real cruddy, nasty, dirty-looking bandages, just enough to keep him alive, you know. And he said, I fell unconscious. We woke up. We were here. How far from Phandalin are we? And you guys kind of know you're less than a day's journey from Phandalin.
Yeah, we were pretty close when we were getting ready to deliver the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we need to come up with a plan of action, guys.
Yeah, I think we should escort him to Phandalin. Maybe he has connections.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we gotta check on the car anyway, just to be sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And Sildar, when you kind of mentioned connections, he says, yes, there's another member of the Lord's Alliance that's been in Phandalin. I was actually on my way to connect with him because his messages have stopped coming. He's a human wizard. I hope to get in touch with him when we get in town. And Lion Shield's provisions, I am friends with the owner. And I've also been in contact with the city council there. And he's like, I will, of course, be able to pay you, and we can restock. He's like, but I would prefer that we leave immediately. And you guys start thinking there is that whole wagon load of supplies that you guys could grab or take with you. But it's going to take some time. Because either you're going to have to rig up a way to lower it down that natural chimney that Glick climbed up, or you're going to have to carry it from, you know, one of the upper chambers of the cave all the way down and around and out and then to the wagon, because you can't get the wagon this far up the hillsides.
Well, this is personal, but if you guys agree, I think we should go back to the room and see if there's anything of great value. If not, I say we make for our cart and get him in the cart to Phandalin.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Just anything we can get in one trip.
Yeah, I wonder if we could throw things down the chimney, and since it's a garbage pile down there, would that cushion the fall?
You could. But there's some stuff that if it were to land in that, it could get ruined, you know. But yeah, you guys could probably quickly throw or just lower down with a rope some of the things and get, I'll say you guys could get about a quarter of it without having to work too hard.
Yeah, without having to come back 10 times.
Yeah, let's just take valuable stuff and then get going.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's better than hanging around here for too long.
Plus, the lighter we travel, the better we fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't give them time to set up the ambush.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
That sounds good.
That sounds good to me.
Okay, so yeah, you guys, you take a little bit of time. You gather the what supplies you feel you can easily carry. Glick not being a whole lot of help in that respect, just because you're so small. But Azrael and Grimjaw, I think, more than making up for that fact. Both of you being large, large men. Is men, like, in a fantasy setting, saying man might be like almost a racial slur, right? Because, I mean...
I wouldn't... Well, I guess it depends
on how you use it, I guess.
If we're okay with it or not. Yeah, I guess it depends if we're also okay with that or not. Which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a proud copper dragon. I don't go for man.
Yeah, not a man. Yeah, see, that's what...
large male.
Yeah. I was trying to think of a good way to put it. Large male sounded too, like, BBC documentary-ish, you know? Like...
Yeah. This edible narrating.
Here we see the large male lion approaching his female. All right, so yeah, you guys gather.
Won't have. I was just gonna say, at least we won't have that. None of us are bards.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, you guys gather up what you can. Sildar does help, but while you guys are traveling up there, Sildar is like, it's almost like he's going through like every single body that you guys go by. Like he's looking for something specific and not finding it.
Mm-hmm.
But in thinking back on it, he said that his gear was taken from him. So he might be looking for his own personal effects, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he does grab a scimitar. He grabs a couple spears that are laying around, a shield. He takes like a coat off of one of the humans that you guys killed that doesn't look too bloody. You know, he's gathering himself up so that he won't have to show up to Phandalin essentially naked and without arms, right?
And while we're going through boxes, he should probably grab something to eat.
Yes. Yeah. He does. I mean, there's a ton of supplies, and that's what some of it was for. It's like trail rations, right? So like jerky, hard bread, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he helps himself to some of that. He helps you guys carry stuff once you get it lower down and out. And as you guys exit the cave, once everything's done, you hear, "Oh my goodness, will you come and help me already?" And you guys hear like a growling, right? So you guys come out of the cave, and you find your dwarven friend that you had left tied up.
His neck.
Oh, the wolf didn't get him.
Oh, but there's a wolf right there, right? Now the wolf seems leery and is kind of circling him, and you only see one out of the 3 wolves that you let go. And you see that he has a couple of bite marks out of him. He actually seems like he's about to go unconscious at any time here.
Let's toss the wolf some food and see about helping him out.
Maybe kind of shoo it away from him a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the wolf, it looks at you guys, and then it kind of like, it's almost a moment of recognition. You know when dogs get that very human expression on their face, right? And
wait a second, I know you.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
come here, boy.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah. And it does kind of approach, right? But you can tell it's still a wild animal, right? Essentially, they were training this wolf to not be a wild animal. Mm-hmm. But so it kind of hesitantly approaches. You guys throw it some food. It nibbles on it a little bit, and you almost think you see his tail wag for a second. But then he remembers he's a wolf, and he's better than that, and he grabs what he can and runs off. And Thordak is down there just, "Oh my goodness, how long does it take you to search a cave?" And he's like struggling against his bonds, and he's like, "This might not be good for news for you, but I saw there's 2 people came out." And he's like, "They wouldn't help me either." And he's trying to roll around and get the stupid ropes off, but he can't do anything about it. So Sildar comes out, and he looks down at this dwarf, and he just starts laughing. I mean, to him, this is the funniest freaking thing in the world. And then it kind of comes to him like, wait a minute. I've been tied up and beat up and been having a bad time for the last day or 2. So he kind of looks at you guys, and he's like, what are you planning on doing with this dwarf?
I guess we can let him go now. All of his buddies are dead.
Yeah. Human sacrifice, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, Thornax is
Just to mess with him at this point.
Yeah.
I say we let it to the person that's been held captive by him. Whatever he feels, that's what happens.
So Sildar, when you guys talk about human sacrifice, and he kind of sees the joke in your eyes, or whatever you want to call it, right? He kind of chuckles, and then when you say that, he says, well, I think they should be given to the proper authorities. And he pulls out his scimitar, and he comes forward, and he cuts the ropes, but not the ropes binding Thornax's hands. And he kind of puts the scimitar close to him, and he's like, can we trust you? And Thornax's like, look at this guy. He comes out, and he looks to you guys. And then when you guys don't say anything, he's like, yeah, already. Come on. And so Sildar is like, well, I think we could carry a little more then. And he cuts the guy's bonds to his hands. And he's like, come with me. And he takes a second, goes back up to the top cave, throws some more stuff down, and makes Thornax carry it.
There we go. Make him useful.
Yeah.
He can't do anything with his arms full.
This poor dwarf. He's been through it the last day.
Yeah, it didn't go in all the way he expected, that's for sure. Okay. Your motley group of individuals, you four, Sildar and Thordak, travel, downhill, carrying your, not too heavy, because you guys knew you'd have to walk for a while, but heavy, what you could carry, load of goods. You easily find the wagon. No big deal. And
the wagon that was literally invisible.
Yeah. How well you guys did it. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, so it does take you some searching around.
Are you sure we put the wagon here and over there?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it was over here.
Third to be to the left.
And Thordak the whole time is like, I'm pretty sure it's over here. And he's like bumping into shit. And you guys can tell he's not a woodsman, okay? This is not his natural setting, right? And I think he's carrying like a big heavy box, right? Because Sildar wasn't very nice about what he made him carry. And Thordak trips over a tree root and falls and lands on this wooden box and breaks part of it. He's like, oh! So he's still having a bad time. And Sildar doesn't have any sympathy. It's like, the clumsiness of dwarves. What's going on here? And he like kicks the guy while he's down. So after finally finding the wagon, I think what gives it away is you guys end up hearing the oxen that are tied nearby, like stamping and making some noise. And you guys gather up the wagon, you put your supplies that you found, and if you guys remember, all of these supplies, the crates and everything, it has a blue lion on top of a shield on it.
It's like the same as like Sildar's thing.
Yeah, he mentioned the lion shield, that he knew the owner of it, right? So yeah, if you guys ask him about it, he explains that Lion Shield is it's like a supply depot for adventurers that's in Phandalin.
Okay.
And I say we pack up and move on to Phandalin.
Yep, exactly. So with the added time that it took you guys to just gather the supplies, find the wagon, get back on the road, night does fall before you guys get to Phandalin. But the road's obvious where it is. It's springtime, so the days are longer than the nights, but not, it's not high summer where, it stays light until pretty late. So you guys get into it in the late evening. You find Phandalin. It is a small, ramshackle frontier town. And there's actually a little thing that I'm going to read you guys. The rutted track emerges from a wooded hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of Phandalin. The town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings, some built on old fieldstone foundations, because there used to be a larger city here, and now this is a frontier town that's built on the ruins of this old city. More old ruins, crumbling stone walls covered in ivy and briars surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of the cart track, which widens into a muddy main street of sorts as it climbs toward a ruined manor house on a hillside at the east side of town. So Sildar, as soon as you guys come into town, he says, "My friends, let us secure lodgings. I'm told the local inn is very quaint." And he goes on a beeline straight up Main Street to one of the larger buildings, probably one of the largest of the new buildings. And you guys see a sign out in front of it that says Stonehill Inn.
I think one of us should probably go and turn in our little friend, so he has a nice jail cell to sleep in tonight.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I asked where the marshal office is.
Okay.
Or the city watch office is.
Yeah. One sec here.
Yeah, I do my best to stay away from them, so I'll let someone else do it.
Yeah, I can walk.
That's a good idea.
Oh, where's it at? I know there's a... Okay, so near the inn is the Townmaster's Hall. It has sturdy stone walls, pitched wooden roof, and a small bell tower at the back. Posted on a board out front of it is a sign that says, "Reward, Orcs near Wyvern Tor. Those of a mind to face the Orc menace should inquire within." So you guys are kind of looking at it, and you're like, really? This is the town hall? Like, it's this small little, yeah. You guys notice there's no light burning on the inside. So it does seem like there might not be anybody there currently.
Looks like our little friend's gonna be with us a little longer.
Yeah.
At least till daybreak, so someone's in.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe the magistrate is at the tavern or the hotel.
Probably, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. So yeah, you guys, Sildar is like, yeah, we'll go to the inn. You know, we'll get a good night's sleep. We'll tie our little friend here up again. And he's like, "I told you I was good. You don't have to." Sildar just kind of glares at him. And Thordak is in the wrong profession.
He's not very good at his chosen profession.
So yeah, you guys go to the inn. There is a small stable to the side, and this young boy, like 13, 14, comes out and he kind of looks at your oxen and wagon, and he's like, "Planning on staying at the inn?"
Yep, that was the plan.
Yeah.
So, okay, it's going to be... And he looks at the oxen and the wagon again. Copper piece a night. And he kind of holds out his hand.
And we got, what, 5 of us, including Sildar?
Well, no, this isn't inside the inn. This is to stable the oxen and keep the wagon there.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I can give him that.
Yeah, well worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, he kind of flicks it up in the air, and he's like, "Thanks, mister," and he just runs off.
You just took off with your money.
It's a copper, but you know what? I don't think that kid worked here.
Yeah.
You sure he can outrun our feline friend?
Yeah.
I don't think he could if I wanted to chase him down.
Yeah.
Ain't worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
If you guys want to
Yeah,
roll
no,
initiative to see if you can chase him down, that's totally up to you. But yeah, like essentially, as soon as you threw it to him, he like flicked it up in the air and caught it. Was like, "Thanks, Mister," and then just ran, like, when he was gone.
You know what? I'm impressed by his.
Yeah.
Go get it.
I
You got him.
would give it to him just for the art of the dodge. That was.
Yeah, he's earned that copper.
Yes.
All right, so guys, like I said, I was trying to set up this stream beforehand, and then I was eating while we're talking. I want to be able to go have a smoke quick, and then I'm going to try to go to the rest of the session without taking a break. So I know it's only 45 minutes in, and we've really only been playing for a half hour, but I was trying to get all this stuff set up. I don't know if you guys saw my video recently, but I'm having to work a bunch of overtime because one of the other supervisors quit.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so it sucks. Now, on my off days, I'm only going in from anywhere from like 2 to 6 hours and just taking care of some stuff that won't get taken care of otherwise. But coming up here soon, it might be worse. I used to be a lead supervisor, and I demoted myself so that I could get day shift. So it was actually a lead supervisor that quit, which isn't technically my job anymore. But I'm helping so the other guys don't have to work every single day.
Okay.
And then I'm helping train the new guy.
Hey, we'll work around you, man. You're the nice one that brought us all together, so we'll work around you.
Yep. Well, I got to tell you, all the guys at work, I work at a factory that makes tires, okay? So it's a whole bunch of right-wing, conservative, very manly, machismo men, okay? I don't fit in very well there.
But look at Joe Man in Yellow. He's one of the manliest men there is, and he plays Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. And, well, that's what these guys, they're old school. They don't get that shit. But even with these guys, and I mean, of course, there's some, the people that break the rule, right? The exception that breaks the rule in a factory. But I've been talking to these guys all the time. And yesterday, the whole day, all this crazy, stupid crap was going on. I'm like, it's all right. I get to play Dungeons and Dragons tomorrow. So, yeah, and like I said, one of the cool things about me doing this is now I get to test this stream and making sure that this is working. And afterwards, this will, it'll be up on YouTube and Twitch, I think. Now, I don't know if anybody's viewing because I'm super new to this and I don't have any of the widgets, it's called, in the stream up that shows that there's viewers, so there probably isn't any. But this will help me test for when I do my level 21 shot that I got coming up.
Yeah. Make sure everything works.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's going to be real fun. I got to announce the winners of that later today, actually. Yeah, and now my Saturday gaming sessions got canceled because the DM backed out on us.
Yeah, I remember
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, it happens a lot in D&D, unfortunately, especially when you're playing online. Like, sometimes it's even worse with friends, man, because, I mean, life gets in the way, right? Like, D&D, I love it, but it's not super high on my priority list, right? So, if stuff happens, it happens. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to take a quick 10 minutes here, go have a smoke, and I'll be back. And like I said, I'm going to try to go the rest of the session without taking a break today.
No, that's great. I'm going to go grab a sandwich or something. So.
Yep. Same.
All right, cool, guys.
All right, be
like
back
I said,
in a bit.
Yep, 10 minutes here.
10 minutes.
Later.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.